Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. I am your humble host, Mr. David Null, also known as Hawkeye Two Feathers, and I greet you all with the love and the honor of the infinite creator. And I continue to pray that each and every day, that each and every one of you will continue to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the many, many, many blessings out there in the universe. So, with that said, I am sort of back from the dead. Hey, Barry, how are you? I'm sort of back from the dead after 10 days of being nauseated and curled up in the fetal position. I actually took a short walk today with some help, and I've had some food that is, knock on wood, is still staying in me. Um, I've been drinking a protein drink to get my insure levels and stuff back up. Hey, Richard, how are you? Which moon? Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. The other day I was wishing that, that the good Lord would just take me on. I was so miserable. And for 3 days, it was just couldn't drink anything, couldn't eat anything, stuff going out both ends at the same time. I'm looking at myself and I don't look too good. But I told my buddy Rob today, my friend Rob I talk about. He stopped by to give me encouragement and to check on me, And I said, Rob, we took a walk out there in the field a little bit just so I could go outside and stand. And I got back to the house and I said, I think I have a good reason to be weak. I'm, I don't need an excuse to feel weak. I am. And he was like, dude, you got every right to be weak. Well, what you've been through this last 10 days. So I really hated that I missed being with Robert last night, but I woke up 5 minutes before he went on air. And I looked at the clock and I tried to raise myself up off the couch. And I said, there's no way. As much as I would have really liked to, have done a show last night. No, that's sort of one reason why I'm doing something now, too. I know y'all love me, and I'd kind of sort of said out there, listen, I don't, I very rarely ask for prayers. I just kind of sort of lump it through life, and it's okay, been here a long time. But here recently, whatever this is, it would not go away. And so it's one thing to be sick for a day or so with an upset stomach or something, but it would not go away. So it's like, so how you doing, Dave? I don't know, because it would not go away. I'm still repeating that, it would not go away. And as much as I love folks out there, I would never, I feel like somebody cursed me. Okay. I mean, literally cursed me in that it would not go away. No matter what I did, it would not go away. Wow, that's interesting. Do you see the little lines going? Wow, that's weird. Do you see that pattern right there? Or is that just, wow, that's weird. I got a little battery operated light plugged in right here to help illuminate my otherwise dark, but wow, huh, interesting. So, how have y'all been? Prayers for you both. Love you too, Witch Moon is Richard. I just want to sleep all the time. Well, I did. Hey, Sheila, how you doing? Um, I couldn't. The only thing I could do was sleep. which just sucked. But at the same time, as bad as I felt, I was hot and freezing at the same time. I was literally lying, it's cold as hell, right? I got this little heater on in here and I'm literally like sweat rolling off of me and I'm going like this to try to cool down and the next thing I'm freezing to death. And I pull the cover over my head. This went on for 3 days. And one end of the bed to the other, back and forth and back and forth. I could not find a spot that was comfortable in any way. And I was just, please, Jesus, just let me get comfortable. I could get comfortable for a couple of minutes and then I'd be hot again. Most of the time, I'd be hot again. And whatever the fever was that I was trying to break, whoo wee. And so while going through this, my thoughts are like, what the hell did I do? Who did I piss off in the spirit world? Is this one of those shamanic kind of death things? And it having gone through it and feel better today kind of thing. The last few days were just like, yep, I could vouch for the dying thing. Cause I just, without food for 4 days, I was having trouble keeping anything down. I went to the store the other day. Miss Rhonda took me, and I got some protein drinks and so forth, so I could build my stamina back up, which is a good thing. Because if I couldn't keep solid food down, I could at least drink, Ensure and that kind of thing. So anyway, and it has helped me. But I had no idea. I have no idea. I'm sitting here yakking with you guys and to sort of bring you up to date. But good golly, was it so close to death in that? I say this in that the peculiarity of just being so sick, of just not even being able to lift my head up, and it was all I could do just to breathe. And there were some times where it was really difficult to breathe too. And I'm like, is this what God has in store for me in my old age? Is that I'm gonna have to put up with this shit? You know, I'm gonna have to tolerate this, whatever it is that gets slung upon me, if you will. Wait a minute. Now I know there are a lot of other people that get sick and everything. Don't get me wrong. But it's like, holy mackerel. I haven't I already been through enough this last year and a half, that you had to sling me down on the ground like this and make me poo all over myself and just, literally be in the shits. Okay. Well, I'm here to tell you, hey Michelle, Scotty's in the house. Hi, everybody. I got this much that I can see down here at the bottom of my screen. So it's like I don't know. I was trying so hard to not be a beautiful point behind the house. Dave needs to let me. What's going on with him? Oh, I was so sick I couldn't let anybody know. But I'm better now. You know, I realize that I really look like hell, but I've been sick for 10 days. So, but I'm on the mend, and fingers crossed. That it it doesn't. We don't get any kind of relapse. I got kaopectate and stuff and everything where I did not have those kinds of things at my disposal before. And so, I got some antacid tablets too in case it wants to regurgitate on me. So, actually, You need to call my cell phone number because I don't have your cell phone. When I got the new phone, I don't have your cell phone number, Sheila. By the way, so send me a text or something and say, "Hi, it's me, Sheila." I might have it, but when I first got this new phone, there are a lot of numbers that I didn't put in the contacts. So where I would send you a text, I can't because I don't know what your number. I don't know what the cell phone number thing is. And there's not a whole lot y'all could have done for me. Maybe bring me some kaopectate or something, but it was whatever the virus was that crawled up inside of me. It just had to work out, you know? But the fact that it took 10 days to do it, I would not wish this on anybody, I'm here to tell you. Which brings me to the stupid things. I haven't been able to check the news the last few days. Just haven't had the energy to listen to anything, right? Yeah, maybe some soup. I don't know if I could have held it down or not, but I could have, I could have put it in a cup and and sucked on it. Maybe. Yep. I was actually I couldn't stand up long enough. I was trying to figure out how to make tomato soup the other day. How do you make tomato soup? You open up a can, and I was just, my brain would not work. I ended up with something else, but, I was thinking tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich, that's just something simple. And I had sort of a grilled cheese sandwich with no tomato soup. But anyway, chicken soup and fresh bread rolls. Yep. Or something too back in the day was just like some onion soup, you know, and maybe throw in a potato chopped up, diced up, and just boiled up. Nothing real fancy, but just like a whole onion chopped up in pieces and one potato, a couple of quarts of water, and of course some herbies and spices. But is that Richard? Okay. I'm trying to see if spiritual warfare have been on high level here lately. I would agree with that. And so during my little bout a couple of days ago, I just literally felt like, this can't be just a sickness because I would have gotten over it. What the hell is literally pushing me down? You know? And so I was like, Lord Jesus, I hope, if it's something out there in out there, that's trying to, put its foot on me and push my face in the dirt, cut it out. Cut it out, I'm asking for my buds on in the universe to, if there's somebody trying to push their foot on my head, pull that foot away, I need a deep breath. So, but anyway, I seem to be over the worst of it now. So, thank you all for your prayers. If you didn't realize it and you were sending me prayers, I'm telling you now, that boy, and I really needed them this last 10 days. But anyway, to move on though, with listening to some of the news, I opened up my phone and I'm checking through the YouTube things, and it's like, authorities are warning people to stay back from the belching lava. And I'm thinking to myself, no offense, but how many of us need to be reminded to stay back from the belching lava? What? And so my brain was I just come out of being sick, and all I could think of was that's freaking absurd. That people, wherever, I don't know where the belching lava is taking place. Okay, I can't remember that. All I could think of was belching lava. You have to warn, stay back from the belching lava. And I'm like, you got to be kidding. You have to be kidding. Now, me, if there's a spot opened up, I might want to go over and try to look down in there and see what's going on. But if there's belching lava, I'm going to stay away. I might be a little, fragile around the edges, and curiosity killed the cat, but I'm going to stay away from the belching lava. So, and there's been two or three different uh, 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 news organizations who have put forth this warning to local residents. And I'm like, oh my God, are the local residents that freaking stupid that they have to be reminded of the belching lava? Is humanity gotten that dumb that you can't see lava shooting up out of the out of the earth, belching now, to where you have to be reminded that that shit might hurt if it landed on you? You know what I mean? It's like, I know I was sick for about 10 days, but did humanity lose some kind of like belching lava might actually hurt you? What? I'm sorry, I've been asleep for a week. Belching lava, stay away. You know, the devil might be coming up out of the belching lava. Oh, is it just me, or does it seem like humanity's taken about a dozen steps backwards? And where, you know, a warning like belching lava is like should be considered as absurd. Stay away from the edge, well, duh, you know it's belching lava. um the absurdity, I think, of some of people these days. Now, I don't know where the spewing lava is, okay? But would it be such that maybe you would have a little common sense and go, I'm going to stay back from the edge? I'm going to watch the spewing lava from over here, you know? Like, I'm going to watch it, but I'm going to stay back a little ways. Have we lost our sense of what might be dangerous, or that we just don't give a shit? Thank you, Witch Moon, for sending the leak. Wrapping gifts. Belching lava is the key phrase. If you're playing along at home with a drinking game, yeah, that would be true. Belching lava. Iceland. Oh, hey, Kathy. I was thinking about you the other day and wondering how things were going in your realm. Iceland. Yeah. Well, that sounds like it, belching. But the belching Congo. Um, be pickled, right? What? Pickled right about now. Good, Kathy. I've been trying, but it seems like health has been slapping me around here recently. I'm on the mend. As of today, I'm on the mend after this last 10 days of almost going back to the hospital again. So, but taking my meds and doing the best I can and trying to stay healthy. It's just been hard sometimes. They've got me on a new medicine that I've been arguing with the heart doctor. And I went outside the other day and was standing by the back door, letting Duggar out run around. And the next thing I knew, it was my head went twirly boop, bang. I'm up against the door, hit the other side of the wall, ended up closing the door and bending the key in the doorknob. And then, boom, I was on the ground. That took about a second. And I sat there, my arms scraped up, skipped my knee, landed on the concrete out there. And I went, now that's different. because I fell that time going into the bathroom before I went to the hospital before, but I'd had a nitroglycerin. There were circumstances that made me hit the floor. But going outside here the other day, those were not the circumstances. I was just letting the dog out. And the next thing I know, I'm on the ground looking up, going, oh shit. I had absolutely zero control of what happened. It was like somebody kicked me in the head, and my head went brrrr and did this number, and I was down. So thank goodness I was outside, but I skint my arm up and bent the key in the doorknob and blah blah. But the biggest thing was scared the crap out of me, because after this 71 years, I have been normally, not falling. I have bounced around a little bit sometimes, with a little bit of vertigo, but this sure enough ended up on the ground. Mm-mm. No, I have been drunk a lot. I have been on drugs. I've, and not ended up on the ground like that, like I did the other day. So me and the doctor's got to have a conversation. But the one medicine that I'm taking that causes that is also supposed to be helping my heart. It's I can't think of it right now. But anyway, so I'm taking it very cautiously. But man, has it had an effect on me? Woo, woo. You know, what is it that if I try to think about it, I won't remember it. But it's to one of my heart condition medicines. All of the medicines I'm taking are for my heart, um, but anyway. So, and I'm hoping because my heart is at 65%, that they will take me soon within the next few months or so instead of waiting another damn year to give me the two stents that should be required to get my heart back into to good shape again. So I'm kind of waiting on that. You know, I've seen the pictures, I've seen the video, of my heart, what it looks like, and so forth. And I'm ready for them to go ahead and put them stents in. I'm sure I will feel better. But in the meantime, I got to put up with the everything. So anyway, we're not getting any young. Oh, do I know that, Kathy? So I send out prayers to all my friends and relatives and all of known associates. And my prayer list is long, but it doesn't get harder every day. It just gets it just gets longer. But I think in for me, generally in the long run, even it being so sick and elderly, I still find comfort in saying prayers for others versus, as sick as I was the other day. I did ask a time or two, Lord, help me, Jesus, get through this mess, whatever it is. But at the same time, so my meditation, it's easier to meditate for prayer, for me at least. Meditate, as bad as I feel, meditate on prayers to heal somebody else. I got it bad, but so what? Let me send prayers out to such and such. I know that I don't feel worth a damn, but I'm going to pray for such and such over there because they probably feel worse than me. Maybe not, but and I'm going to pray for for Joe over there on the other side because as much as I'm hurting and as much as I feel badly, I can deal with this. I can take this cross and bear it better than Joe can, you know, and let Joe feel better, and I'll take his pain. Which is volunteering for that is like dumb. Like stay away from the belching lava, Dave. you know, Hawkeye, what are you doing? Well, but that's how I feel about it. And so rather than worry about my prayers, it's like, let me pray for somebody else. I know that there are other folks out there. So does it do any good? I don't know. Has it helped me? Well, it has helped me to focus, my prayers, you know. Yeah, but you feel bad, Dave. Yeah, you're right, I do. That's why I'm trying to focus on something else. And if I'm focusing on myself and my prayers to myself, then it's kind of just loopy thing, right? But if I'm praying for somebody else while I'm feeling bad, then it takes me out of the loop, if you will. I'm extending my energy out to someone else. Yeah, but I really want to pray. Yeah, but I already know that if the universe wants to heal me, it'll happen. Don't know why it's going the way it is, but okay, we just have to take it. The universe dealt me a few bad days in a row. All right, for whatever reason. Okie doke. But does that shake my faith to pray for someone else? Then I found out no. If anything, it just makes me like, I got to keep my thoughts away from me. I've got to extend my energies out from myself. And I wasn't worried about whether or not the healing was going to come back on me. That was not even in my uh, relative awareness of things. It was simply the fact that I'm going to pray for somebody else to keep from hurting myself, to keep from feeling bad, going to project good energy away from me, even though I could really use it. But all I could feel was, oh God, I feel so fucking horrible. Oh, geez. See, got to get out of that. So I say, as bad as I feel, I'm going to pray for somebody else. Take this pain away from me, and I'm going to focus whatever little bit of positive energy I got out there to the universe too. Somebody else out there is as sick as I am. God bless them. I hope you feel better. You know what I mean? So you say, well, Hawkeye, what's that got to do with the grand scheme of things? What's that got to do with me and you and the fence post kind of thing? Well, for me, in my shaman journey, it meant a lot. It means a lot because I want to try to do as good as possible, even under the most dire and the crappiest of circumstances. So, in a way, this last 10 days has sort of been a trial by fire because I had fire coming at my back end. I could have blowed up anyway. So, trial by fire, at least by gas. But, so do we learn anything from the bad experience or do we just, complain? Well, I complained enough already, but the complaints are like, God Almighty, the symptoms and the byproduct and oh my goodness, right? And the fact that it's going to take me a couple of days to get over this. I'm wore out. But with thumbs up and with a positive attitude, I'm like, I'm going to have to, get off here in a few minutes. And, I was trying to stay on here 5 more minutes and do a 20 with everybody. And I've had my first bit of coffee in 10 days, yum, yum. So I feel like I'm on the mend, right? Master replies, go out and encourage others. Yep, I'm very discouraged. What should I do? Oh, I see. Yep. Go out and discourage others. Go out and discourage others. It does, Richard. I didn't have any clean water. It rained 4.5 inches here, which is good. But I usually get water from my tanks out back. Couldn't go out back. It ain't that far, but couldn't make it. And I normally will buy a gallon of water per week, just so if I don't feel well, I can make coffee. Yeah, and so, but if you've got a sour stomach, sometimes coffee ain't on the list, right? And I felt bad that it was like I really want some coffee, but coffee didn't sound right. But I have been, I bought a quart of eggnog from the Dollar General, and I really like it, especially cold. So I've been tossing down eggnog without alcohol, but yum yum. And this is my first bit of coffee. So, but anyway, so I know I feel like I am absolutely back on the mend. And I packed a bowl earlier today, and it was the first bowl that I had actually been able uh, to smoke any of it without just feeling worse than before I lit it. So but the interesting thing is although I've been silent, with from y'all, I've not been silent. I don't know if any of you could hear me out there in the quantum reality, but I haven't given up. So in my fetal position of freezing and sweating to death, I was just, I had kept going over, hey, Duromsk, how you doing? Um, there was just a continuing mantra that I was going over. And so it was not about me, it was about healing. It was not about healing me, it was just about healing. And um, in the back of my mind, I was going, and I hope that I'm in this prayer. But the prayer was not about me. It's interesting, and it's like, why wouldn't you be praying for your own health? Because you're sicker than, you know, you can't keep nothing down. You haven't had anything to eat in days. And what the hell's wrong with you, Hawkeye? Ask for fucking prayer, for crying out loud. And it wasn't there like that. It was, yeah, I know I feel like crap. Let's pray for those who need it. Dumbass, you need it, And but so when Rob was here today and we went for the walk, I was just so grateful to be able to that well, number one, that he was here and I could go for a walk and not worry about if I fell down, he could get me back up. But the fact that I could just walk in the yard again, and because we have had a lot of rain and it's been good and chilly here, which ain't doesn't hurt, but being able to walk around and be able to make it back to the house, at this stage of the game was like a good blessing. But I was just so grateful, like, damn, I'm walking around today. Phew, them prayers was answered, even though I was praying. I don't even know who I was praying for, but I was at the bottom of the list. Got 2 minutes, my friends. So, if any of you have felt some kind of ill at ease within your stomach, because as you all know, I've had, my operations on my back, which I feel has messed with my Kundalini. And in trying to get my system back from the operations, you know, my spine is still having issues. And so part of me was wondering whether or not, in trying to get my Kundalini realigned, however that might go, that it somehow upset my stomach to the point of just literally being deathly ill, you know? But wait a minute. Well, we're talking about realigning my chakra. Yeah, but it made me want to throw up and have dysentery. But was that my realignment of my chakra? I know that's what I was thinking of during this last week. Is this a realignment of my chakra? Because things had gotten so whacked this last year. But is that what is making me literally feel ill? I, I don't know. But here I am as a testament. I'm on the other side. Happy 20 at 7:20 here. So for this year, my sister sent me a Snoopy Christmas card with $20 in it. And I was going to send her a card with $20. I got hers today and I was like, she beat me to it. So I'm considering whether or not to send her $20 back. Actually, I think I'm going to go to somewhere and get a a, uh, a gift card and send that to her instead. But I got this wonderful Snoopy card from Sister Lynn, and at $20, and I was like, son of a bitch, because I was going to do the same thing. Last year we kept sending money back and forth to each other. I sent her $100. She was like, damn, her air conditioner went out, and the $100 came in handy like the next day. But anyway, so I thought that was cute. Let me have another one of these. Yeah, love Snoopy. And last year, she sent me a box of cookies that ended up at my neighbor's front porch. And I didn't know they were there for like 10 days. And she called me up. She goes, did you ever get my box of cookies? And I was like, what box of cookies? She goes, I sent you a box of cookies. And I was like, no. And I went up to the neighbors up there sitting on the front porch was this box of cookies that looked like it'd been dropped all over the place and there was nothing but crumbs on the inside. you know, God love my sister. But anyway, so I wanted to get on here early and say hi to everybody. Uh, the spirits have been bugging me to like, you need to get you need to get well soon because there's some cards that need to be drawn. The animal totems are hollering, but there are some of you folk out there, whoever you might be, that need some guidance from the cards or some wisdom or some there's the messages I'm getting is that there's some folks who might not be necessarily losing their faith, but that we all go through times of weakness. And so, this last 10 days for me, it's like talk about being weak in the spirit, when you're physically weak and you're, oh, God, oh. So you're physically weak and spiritually weak. You can't help it, right? So, but for those of us who, it is my path to be the shaman in training. But good God Almighty, I didn't see this in the fine print, you know, that we have to endure these things. But in life, we just have to endure things. And sometimes there's really good stuff to endure, like a good bowl and some good soup and some good coffee, We have to endure those things. Yum, 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 yum. And then there are times when we're sick and we're throwing up, and we have to endure those things too. And coffee might not taste good at the moment, at that moment, because you've got upchuck in the back of your throat. Oh, I guess I didn't need to say that, but too late, it already came out. And with the belching of lava, there's also a lot of chaos being belched, okay? And from a bunch of different areas. And I was talking with a friend of mine yesterday and some today as well. And I said, of all the times, like what's going on our collective lives, we need to really be the observer now because we need to stay the hell out of their chaos. And Christmas time it has its own chaotic time because it's Christmas. And different people have different levels of how Christmas affects them chaotically or not, just because it's Christmas. And then other folks are just like, man, Christmas. So they're least affected. But with all of the pushing of, nuclear war and we're all gonna die. And one of the things that I saw the last few days was a prophecy. And I think I'm going to do a separate video on this. But the prophecy is and they told me in my head, prophecy, colon, the race to the end. And you go, Hawkeye, what are you talking about? The race to the end. Well, right now, everywhere you turn, everybody's talking about the apocalypse. All the movies and all the this. There's a new one out on Netflix. I don't even want to watch it. But apocalypse, 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 blah, 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 blah. Yeah, 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 okay. But it's the race to the end, is what my prophecy was showing me. And it was like, all right, what do you mean by that, y'all? Well, everybody wants us to race to the apocalypse because of how they're trying to sell it and how they're pushing the chaos and how, the new thing, if you don't pass this resolution, we're already out of money, billions of dollars worth of money for the Ukraine. And if you don't pass this resolution like yesterday, that, well, we're all going to die and Russia's going to take over the world. And that's the latest news today, a couple hours ago. That's not true. They want to make you believe that, right, Duromsk? Hey, Max, is that Max Vision in there? Oh, good to see you too, brother. Richard, I'm off to bed. Can't stop yawning. It's good to see you, Richard. I'm glad I was out here today to be able to say hi to everybody, and thanks for the prayers and making sure y'all know that I'm still praying for y'all too. But get some good rest, Richard. Until next time. So, but with this chaos that's being sold on so many different levels, with the Gaza and the this and the Syrians and oh my God, right? So they're spewing the chaos at Christmas time, you know. Also, December 22nd, 23rd, 21st is the winter solstice. That's when it's the longest night, okay, and the shortest day. But also, it's the end of the year because as the solar system goes, once we get past the winter solstice, then we're going to start working on springtime. Okay. So we're at the end of the cycle swinging around with planet Earth. And now, as January, February, March, we're coming into spring. So already when taking the walk today outside in the field, there's already things, green things that are coming out. Like it almost looks like spring. But in a way it is because the earth has taken its swing around and it's going to become the hard longest day. I'm sorry, the longest, the shortest day, the longest night, and then the winter solstice, and then we're going to be coming around, for springtime. So the way is like I think a lot of us are feeling it that this is the end of the cycle, not necessarily in the universe, but it actually is an end of a cycle as it's the 22nd, 23rd, whichever the I haven't checked to see which day is the solstice. Um, um, but I'm sure that we're all feeling it, you know? So I'm looking forward to this next week or so when we're going to be coming out of this swing, if you will, and start moving into the springtime of things, right? So it's at least something to look forward to, regardless of what this chaos is that they're trying to peddle to us all. Uh, but anyway, so in this chaotic sense of things, my spirit guides have been wanting to warn everybody. So if I can warn you all with something, remember to stay, it's important right now to stay in the observer position. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in some of the chaos that's going on. Use your ninja powers and avoid it at all cost, because that will just add to the agitation that's already out there. Now, Hawkeye, what the hell do you mean by that? Well, if there are other people who are already in chaos, and maybe some of these folks are relatives of yours that you might visit over the holidays, and the vibration is such that they're in a chaotic state, you don't want to necessarily vibrate in their same realm or uh, frequency. What do I mean by that? If somebody's being real chaotic, you don't want to go chaotic with them, do you? So by being the observer, you look at somebody over there going, "Man, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out." And you go, "It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. Hey, Lordy Mama, it's all right." you know, um, but that you can be the calming factor in a chaotic situation where you can see some. And so instead of reacting in that, "Oh my God, they're chaotic. Oh my God, they're freaking me out. I'm going to freak out too because they're freaking me out and their energy." And hey, Soul Tribe. Yeah, I missed you too last night, Milky. Robert. I woke up at 5 minutes to 10 and said, I can't do it. And I went right back. 10 minutes later, I was out till like 2 o'clock this morning. But I do feel better. And I really wish that I could have woke up and been with you last night there, Robert. But, I'm better today. That's why I want to show up. That's why I wanted to show up now and let y'all know that, prayers were answered. I am feeling better. And God knows I would not wish what I've been through on anybody. But to the universe, though. So the chaos. And one of the things that I was, is always a lesson. And so when life throws you a curve, you can stand there and, I'm thinking about this in terms of like maybe a manga kind of thing or an animated thing, right? where the evil folks are throwing, purple orbs at me, right? And so here comes a purple orb at me. Well, in this realm of being of the observer, if you are the participant, then you would get out your shield and your sword and you would boom, you know, fend off that purple orb that somebody's slinging at you. But what if instead of doing that, the observer point of view is to be the ninja? And what the hell are you talking about? Be the ninja and sidestep that puppy. So here comes this purple orb that somebody over yonder is trying to sling at me. And instead of pulling out my shield, which I could do, and having the force of it hit me, I literally take a half step sideways and it just goes by me. Now, which is better? Well, to sidestep it. Why? Because you might be strong and I've got a shield and that's what a shield's for. Yeah, but dumbass, you don't have to use a shield all the time if you can sidestep a blow, right? So in this universe of things, the chaos is being slung at us all the time. And, sure, we need a shield. I've got my invisible shield in my head. And there are times when it feels like mud's being slung at me. I put that shield up. Hell yeah. I don't want to get hit with none of it. It hurts. But at the same time, and this came in part of this last 10-day learning thing, if you can sidestep whatever it is that's being slung at you, that's actually even better. So if you can be a ninja about it, hey, Steve, how are you? If you can be a ninja, and here comes, somebody's, whatever it is they're throwing at you. If they're throwing it at you, it must not be good. If they're throwing it to you, that's different. But I still see little waves of stuff going by the screen. Maybe it's my eyeballs. But so in this chaotic realm of things, how many of us have learned how to sidestep versus, and I have been one of these folks, I have the shield of Christ with me. I am with the Christ consciousness. I've got the creator on my side, and this is what I stand for. And I believe it wholeheartedly. And so here is my shield, my cross and shield, right? But do I need to stand out on the battlefield and they're throwing rocks at me? So, there's a catapult that's lobbing big old ass rocks at me. So does that mean I'm stand out there and go ahead, hit me with one of them rocks, and I've got my shield, and boom, here comes one, or do you stand out in the field and go, nanny, nanny, boo, boo, try to hit me? For me, I'd be like, nanny, nanny, boo, boo, try to hit me. And they'd be slinging rocks at me, and I'd go like, okay, there goes one. That was close. Try again, Nanny, nanny, nan, or boom, here comes another rock. Oh, whoop, but there goes another one, So in this realm of things that we're in, they want chaos to rule the day. In fact, one of the headlines that was in today's news was about how much chaos is going on right now and how much chaos they want to continue, especially with Israel and the Gaza and all that, right? So where do we stand with that? Well, let me just ask you a question. Are you going to stand out in the middle of the field and go, yoo-hoo, throw rocks at me, and dodge them, play dodgeball with them? Now, if you're sickly like I am in old age, you can't dodge as good as you used to. So you might not be going nanny, nanny, boo, boo. You might just be over in the corner going, I hope they don't sling any rocks at me. because it's a little tough for me to move. I'm a little slow. They might actually hit me. Avoid the chaos. Yep. And so, but I've noticed that, you've heard me talk about stay out of the chaos for a long time. This is not my first venture in talking about this. But here recently, like I'm trying to catch up with some of the stuff that I have not paying attention to because of being sick. But in coming out of my sickness and reading the headlines and going, well, the word chaos is just poing, poing, there's chaos again. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm the one that's usually using the word chaos, you know. So the fact that, there are other folks who are using this as like in their title, chaos, it's in their word descriptions, chaos. Um, hmm. So to me, that that tells me, um, but there's really chaos going on. That they are really trying to push it for whatever, you know. Is it because it's the end of the year? Is it because it's Christmas time? Is it because it's the winter solstice? Is it because they're all blinking crazy? Yeah, all of the above. But when we become aware of it as human beings and we go, then we can take control of the situation, right? And it's sort of like, hi, Max, how you doing? So it's like for me, if I want to use crow medicine and I want to use crow medicine and see into the future, or I want to see into the enemy's camp, okay? I want to, you know, essentially, I want to, remote view. Okay. So when using Crow and say, okay, what's out there, Crow? Fly out there and let me see with one eye or the other. And let's take a peek as to what are their what are their intentions. Let Crow go out there and take a peek in the enemy's camp. Okay. So to the remote view, you say, wait a minute, there's a something fuzzy coming into mind. And damn it, there's all this chaos that is just like swirling around. Um, well, apparently this what's swirling around in the enemy's camp is chaos. Then the enemy's camp must mean they want us in chaos. If they're swirling around and they're involved in their own chaos, imagine if they're trying to push that agenda, that chaotic agenda upon us. Just the energy. Wait a minute. No, I don't want that. I refuse to accept it. Okay. And so in this refusal of acceptance, it's like the enemy is throwing purple energy bombs at me. So here comes this purple energy bomb, and then going, holy crap, and putting on my arms and going like this. I go, oh, look, here comes an energy bomb. Choom. Wow, right by me. So we need to learn how to use our supernatural powers, my friends, and learn how to play dodgeball with these sons of bitches that are throwing energy bombs at us. And because they, they want to do us harm. Wait, no, don't. Hey, we could play catch. I got a frisbee. We could. Wait a minute. What is with these purple energy bombs? No, that hurts. I might have a shield, but damn, the last one you do, some bitch hurt. Took me to my knees. And I'm an old man. I had to get back up and go, damn, what? But to let one of them energy bombs go sliding by. And by dodging them and using our brains and our facilities instead of our brute strength. Oh, well, yeah, but wait a minute. You mean you sideswiped it? You sidestepped it? Yeah. Well, that's cowardly. Why don't you use your shield? Because dumbass, if you use your shield all the time, one of them times you might actually get hurt. So you use your shield in case you can't sidestep. But you don't stand up in front of everything and say, here I am, no, don't be a dumbass. There was a movie years ago. I don't know who it was. It was a Viking or somebody. Anyway, they're out on this big field, and there's all of these archers on the other side of the field, right? And he's like, nanny, 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 here I am. And he holds his arms up, and they shoot, and there's this, you know, hail of 1,000 arrows in the sky. And, and not one hits him. They hit all around him, but not one hits this guy. Now, does that mean he's lucky? Obviously. Is he a god or a saint or something? Maybe. Does he have some kind of protective shield around him, some kind of aura? That's possible. But he didn't get touched by an arrow. Well, wait a minute. Is that story true? I don't know. But here's the thing. If you're going to stand out there in the middle of the field and say, go ahead, shoot an arrow at me, nanny nanner, you can't hit me, I'd be very careful, right? So at the same time in this that we want to stand out there. So why am I bringing this up? Because there are people who will pick a fight. There's something about the Palestinians, and then there's something about the Israels, and then there's something about the Syrians, and then there's something about the Russians, and then there's the Ukrainians. Now, here's the thing. Some folks just can't keep their damn mouth shut. They've got to get involved in these politics that don't mean, excuse me, my friends, don't mean shit to them. What do I mean by that? You're not Palestinian. You're not Israelis. You're not, you're a Southern, white person or whatever. But to the point though, or a Northern black person, who knows? But to this idea though that they volunteer to throw themselves on the fire. I'm going to make comments with other people. I'm going to get involved in this chaos because I can't keep my damn mouth shut or my fingers shut, right? So what am I saying? Because some of these folks invite the chaos to them. And it's like pulling the rabbit card. Rabbit is fear, and rabbit pulls the fear towards him, right? If you remember the story about rabbit, rabbit was cursed. And so rabbit, calls, the hawk or the eagle and says, here I am. And if the hawk doesn't hear him, rabbit goes and hides. And then if, the rabbit will eventually holler so loud that the hawk or the owl or whatever will come and eat him. So it calls fear to them. So in this, there are folks who are calling it to them. And they don't, this is how I feel about the Palestinians. Okay. Maybe you should keep it to yourself. Well, I have the right to express myself. Okay. Go right ahead. But if somebody attacks you or calls you a freaking idiot or, something, and you get upset, what good did you do the universe by making comments? Well, I have the right to express I know. Express them all you want to. But then when a bunch of people in a thread or something that, call you a blooming idiot, don't be upset because they don't agree with you. And so, but as somebody might say, well, I don't have a dog in this hunt, right? Well, what do you mean? Well, in this subject of stuff, So here's somebody who has volunteered to get shot at because they somehow have decided to make comments about things when they don't have a dog in the hunt. Okay. So, Hawkeye, what is with you, what you're talking about? Folks will volunteer to call the chaos to them. Well, that kind of sounds stupid, don't it? Kind of. It's like stay away from the belching lava. you know, well, wait a minute. So I'm in a thread, and there are people talking about the Palestinians and Hamas and everything. And so I'm going to go throw my 10 cents worth in there because I can. And you have every damn right. But then at the same time, as soon as you do, even though you got all the rights in the world to do so, should you? Why? Because as soon as you do, then you have the tendency to invite the chaos to your door. All I did was make a comment. Yeah. And there are 7 billion people on the planet who can now read your comment, you know. And so it's like, and or respond to it or not. But you say, yeah, but I had the right to say it. Okay. I'm not arguing that. But the creator and folks are saying, yeah, but really, listen here, Pumpkinhead. Can we talk here? Listen here, Pumpkinhead. Maybe you should use that melon of yours. Listen here, Pumpkinhead. Maybe that was not the best thing you could have done. Yeah, but I have the right to express myself. You're not. Listen, Pumpkinhead. You're not getting it. You're not getting the gist of this, you know. It's okay. You're a young Pumpkinhead, and we will allow certain young Pumpkinheads to, you know, but in the grand scheme of things, so in looking to the future of stuff, Crow's been on my mind here recently with the cards. And Crow is the keeper of the law. Okay. So I'm still trying to regurgitate or understand what Crow has meant these last couple of days to me. I'll check in with you here in a couple of days and let you know what I find, or what the real message for me might have been. But anyway, but the keeper of the law, and to be able to shape shift and be able to see things like remote viewing. And I was like, wow. So the race to the end, the chaos that they are pushing upon us, the catastrophes that they want us to believe in, belching lava in Iceland, you know, beware, stay away, dumbasses. you know, oh, let's go over and play in the belching lava. I just, but where does our reality set in? What is real? Belching lava. Well, we don't have any of that around here. But for those folks who might have it, don't you think maybe you ought to be a little careful? Just saying. You should have to be reminded by the local news and all over the world, beware, belching lava. But now to me, the belching lava is just is a gateway drug into the chaos. What do I mean? Because the political parties are belching lava. They're spewing lies and things and chaos, right? Which the Iceland volcano thingies, they're spewing up lava and destruction and stuff, right? It's very closely related here. So the politicians, belching lava, belching, spewing lies upon more lies. And then here's the truth. And they go, no, that's not really true. Yeah, when everybody goes, yeah, it is. That's actually true. No, it's not true. You know why? Because we've told the lie that it's not true for so long that now you don't know whether it's the truth or not. Well, who are we talking about? Oh, that Biden kid with the laptop and all that? All that shit was true? Nah, they done told us that was a lie. Well, see, there you go. So here's all this, and Biden and the chaos is no, that's all a lie. The president's son wouldn't do something like that. No. You see what I mean? So it's like, but yes or no? So by now, the answer's no. It was a lie. Remember, they proved it. All that was a lie. They're just making all that up. That picture of him getting a BJ in the hotel room, that was just all photoshopped, you know, by the way. But all the testimony in the Senate and everything, none of that really happened, you know. None of that was admissible in court, you know. So we're in a different kind of chaos, the Ukraine, different kind of chaos, Hamas, different kind of chaos, the southern border. How many people have been allowed to come into the physical confines of the United States that really shouldn't be here? I mean, that really shouldn't be here. Well, that person over there is questionable. Yeah, but the guy standing next to him, he really shouldn't be here. Has anybody raised their hand and said, that guy over there, he's questionable, but his buddy really shouldn't be here? He needs to be someplace else. He should not be here. Nah, that's okay. Well, let them both in. What? Did you hear me? I said, that guy's like, nah, but that guy should not be here. And, come on in. Come on in. You know, we've let in a million of your so-called, in the last year or so. What's a couple more, right? Why not? The chaos. So the observer point of view and y'all have heard me talk about this to the point of just being but no, it's my folks are telling me that y'all need to be on your P's and Q's. Okay. My prophecy and warning to you all is mind your P's and Q's. But don't be worried. Don't get sucked up into chaos. Okay. That's what being the observer. So be strong in your convictions as the observer. And don't be putting up that shield expecting, to take every purple, energy blob that gets tossed your way. No, you need to learn how to play dodgeball. And that the conscientious observer, and here comes that energy ball is coming right at me. No, man. And it just went by. And the more you look at it that way, they're telling me the chaos that's being slung at us. If we will keep this in mind, they're out there slinging all kinds of shit at us. Yeah, but I'm going to be playing dodgeball, or, and I'm not saying I'm going to stand out in the middle of the field while there's a 1,000 arrows coming at me. No. But in the universe of things, they're going to be trying to, there's going to be things out there. And I just need to be, whoop, nope, I'm not, I'm, I got my shield if I need to. One might slip by and I might need to hold that shield up and take the brunt of some of this. But in the chaos of things that they're trying to pawn on us, we need to reject it. Stay out of the way. Keep an eye on it. It's 8 o'clock. Oh my goodness. Um, so in my last 10 days of, whatever that was that I went through, the idea though that there was a message in all of that. You have to, sometimes you have to die a shaman's death. And Lord have mercy, I did not want what I just went through. But in that shaman death, it was the man, they're trying to sling a lot of dirt on, they're trying to push us in a grave and throw dirt on us. And we can't take that now. We need to say, hey, these dumbasses are trying to throw dirt on me. And I'm not in the grave yet. I might feel like it. I might have a lot of chaos around me, but no, you don't get to throw dirt on me. No, I am not done for yet. Sorry. I still got some life in me. And I'm going to continue to pray to the Creator, but each and every day, that each and every one of you will continue to learn how to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the many blessings from the universe. Because the universe sometimes will want us to give up, and we can't. I wanted to give up the other day so bad. And in a way, I did. I just said, okay, take me. I'm going to lay here in a fetal position until I get to feeling better. But I didn't like look for a gun to kill myself, although I felt like dying. But to the universe of stuff, it's like, okay, universe, here I am. You know, take a deep breath. So accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the many blessings from the universe. Stay in that observer point of view. And if you feel yourself getting mixed up in the chaos, stop what you're doing. Just stop and close your eyes, take a deep breath. Now, hopefully, you're not in the middle of an intersection, but stop and take a deep breath and go, the chaos is trying to reach me. The chaos is trying to manipulate me. The chaos, which is being manipulated by AI in some respects, but the chaos is being more regulated by the feelings of others, which get generated through different threads and conversations, and stuff. So, if there are a bunch of people out there going, oh my God, the chaos is so bad. I don't know what you're going to do. And we're all freaking going to die. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow or not. Bye. And so that's kind of chaos because there are folks out there that are selling that. And I watched just like 2 minutes of this one, and this guy's going, oh my God, this thing is going to happen and all this. And I was like, this person who has stated stuff like this in the past, ain't none of that shit happened yet. But it's going to absolutely, at least once a week, going to come up with a video that he has to bring some topic up to a fever pitch. Why? Agent provocateur? Well, Hawkeye, what do you mean by that? Here's a person, whether they're being paid to do it on purpose or not, they seem to have this thing that they need to come up with this thing and it's good and we're all going to die, and last week, remember I told you we were all going to die? Well, this time I mean it, what, you know, so chaos, and they're trying to sell it, okay, all right. Fear mongering, oh, a bunch of it. Very low frequency, yeah. The sky is falling, absolutely. Chicken Little. And years ago, I was Chicken Little, all right? And now I'm going, I can't believe I used to be Chicken Little. I used to be the one going, the sky's falling. And now I'm the one that says, grab an umbrella. You know, they're doing some work overhead. Put on a hard hat. But the sky is falling. And they're just, they're just shooting rocks in the sky, and they're coming down on you. Yeah, and they're trying to, they're trying to muck with you, Yeah, I don't believe everything you hear, but there's a rock. Yeah, well, so. Oh my God, there's another rock. And I guess that's it. It was like, okay. But so two rocks fall out of the sky and the sky is falling. But anyway, but there are some of these people, after having subscribed to their channels for years, one of them is AMTV or something like that. The fact that this guy continues to fearmonger people, just, it blows me away as to how he continues to get away with it. And the fact that obviously there's somebody that's buying these BS, and I just, fear mongering, chaos. Oh, stop it. That's wrong. What's wrong with this world? How are we going to get out of the chaos? Is to quit buying into it. Quit playing into the chaos. Somebody's over there trying to, ooh, look at that over there. Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. That's just chaos. They're trying to sell some more chaos. Oh, look, they got a sale going on for chaos. And if you enter these sweepstakes, you can actually go sailing on the sail of the chaos. You can sail on the good ship Chaotic, and go to the Bermuda Triangle, the Bermuda Triangle. And you too can lose yourself in a sea of mysticism. Chaos peddlers, yeah. And so, and I can't, but I keep thinking that some of these people would just give up on it, that, okay, well, yeah, there's bad things in the news. So you can report on it. But my vision the other day of the race to the edge, I was like, the edge of what? The edge of the chaos. Everybody is racing towards the apocalypse. I used to be there years ago. I talked about it, and did videos about the apocalypse. And it's like, yeah, I still believe we're in those times, but they have to make it happen. And all of these different groups, thinkers, chaotic peoples, for whatever their agendas are, and there are many and varied and so forth. But the fact that they're all selling chaos as the primary, what am I selling here today? Chaos. Does it have to make any sense or anything? No, it's just chaotic. So religion, chaos. Well, what about chaos? UFOs, chaos. What about the military? Chaos. What about Palestine? Chaos. So let's, Russia, ooh, chaos. So then what do we do about the whole scheme of things? We know that you and I, and a lot of our brethren and sisterins, brethren and sisterins, yeah, that was okay. That we know that we are members of the League of Like-Minded Beings. That simple fact, I've talked about this a bunch, right? But the simple fact that we know that we are quantum beings, the fact that we know that we are a part of the quantum universe, the fact that we know that we are members of the League of Like-Minded Beings, That means that we get along. We don't need a bunch of stuff to prove. We know that what the basic truths of the universe are. And when we have faith in that, and for all of us, it's important to believe, believe. Do you believe that you're a member of the League of Like-Minded Beings? Absolutely. You better not say no. You better agree with me. you know. But to that point though, it's like, so what's important? The important thing is we belong with each other. We belong to each other. We belong, we believe, yeah. Okay, anyway, never mind. Why is it important now? Because if you feel a moment of weakness in this chaos, stand with your brothers and sisters. Know that no matter how weak you may feel, there are brothers and sisters out there that are standing up against the chaos. We're not alone. There are times when we may feel that we're alone, but if we believe and have faith and believe that we're not alone and believe that our faith will get us through till tomorrow or the next day and beyond. We believe these things with all of our hearts and souls, that we believe in the universe, in the creator. We believe. That's important. So with that belief, with that understanding in the universe, now what do we believe? We believe that we can overcome the chaos. Now, are they going to be throwing things at us left and right? You can bet your ass. Okay. These chaotic fools are going to try their best. And not everybody is going to be able to put up with them. All right. And so, what is our job? Our job is to learn how to play dodgeball for us and help other people. And if you know somebody that's like, damn, I stood out in the middle of the road and got hit by a semi, you know, well, dumbass, get out of the road. Well, he was coming straight at me. Well, dumbass, could you have stepped off to the side? Well, I could have, but I was standing in the middle of the road, and you dumbass, you let that truck hit you. Dumbass. So you mean you can't learn how to step out of the way? Do you have to get hit by a Mack truck or a roadliner or a freightliner or Kenworth, KW? But anyway, so what does it matter to us? So in life, chaos is coming at us. Learn how to sidestep some of this mess. And I look at it, it was kind of showed to me the other day like a game. Here comes this, here comes a purple ball. It's like, woo, boing. Here comes a red ball. Meow. Ooh, I'm gonna move off to the side. I'm gonna be Ninja Turtle. I'm gonna allow myself to become the ultimate ninja warrior. And so any of this chaos they want to sling at me, I'm gonna be able to move it along. So it's almost a 20 and I'm getting really tired. And I've yacked on about this stuff, but with belching lava, just consider, the belching lava to me just happened to be a metaphor for all this belching chaos that all these politicians and folks are trying to belch out. I mean, it's like, for example, whether you like the guy or not, The fact that they won't let Trump on the ballot in Colorado, for as an example, because the Supreme Court of that state said he was in charge of this insurrection. Now, any of us who have watched it knows damn well and good there was no insurrection. Was it a bad political day and whatever? Yeah. But was it an insurrection? No. Was there gunshots and people? And no. Was this all there were people hung from the rafters? No. Should have been maybe, but no. But the state, a Supreme Court can keep an ex-president from being on the ballot because they determined that it was insurrection, not that it actually was. Okay. So a point of contention, a point of view, it's political bullshit. Absolutely. And if that doesn't show some of the chaos that's actually going on, so how do we sidestep it? We tell our friends, that's bullshit. Well, what do you mean? Well, Trump, or whether you like the guy or not, they have no right to do that. They just don't. Well, they seem to think they have the right, to not allow him on the ballot. Oh, you're condemning the man when the proof says that there was not an insurrection. Where were the guns? Where were the beheadings? Where were all the ambulances and all the people? And where were all the hospitals filled up and triage units that were set up because of the insurrection that day? See, that's bullshit. So we can say, nah, ain't buying it. Yeah, but they're going to do this thing and they're going to keep him, whether you like the guy or not. Not the point. It's the fact that they're doing it. So how do we stay out of the chaos? We go, nah, sorry, I ain't buying it. Now that doesn't mean that I don't have to make a video about it or whatever, but it is stupid. And there are a lot of other people who are, have more views than me who are condemning it as being ridiculous, and it is. Let's, you know, how much intelligence does it take to go, that's just stupid, right? But so the Supreme Court justices in the state of Colorado want to make names for themselves. They want to, push their political might on people when they shouldn't. But to the point though, so other people from around the world are looking at this going, what a bunch of dumbasses. You know, what a bunch of dumbasses. How much chaos do these people think they can sow? That's one of the ways, you see. So we can shake our heads and stay out of it. And karaoke theater, yeah, kabuki theater. Okay, didn't even know about didn't know about what about the Supreme Court thing and Trump. Yeah, it just happened. But to the point though, see how crazy they are and on the different levels that they're spreading the chaos, whether we agree with the guy or not, come on, you know more fodder, more BS. All right, we got 2 minutes. I got a little left in here, and I just want to say I love you all. Please be safe, because I do continue to pray that each and every day that each and every one of you will continue to learn how to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the many blessings from the universe. Don't give in. Don't give up. Keep up the good fight, but dodge them bullets. Don't stand out there and go ahead, try to hit me. Nah, don't be stupid. avoid the purple missiles coming at you from the bad guys, or bad girls or bad entities. Happy 22, you all. Witch Moon and Chloe and Michelle, and I don't know who else is in here. I can't see too much down there, but thank you all and be safe. Stay warm. Um, I've enjoyed the gathering. Oh, yeah, thank you. Pass some hugs around. Um, and like regardless of how I feel, I'm always going to talk about somebody else, and we got we're always trying to pass around the love and being positive, right? But right now, somehow we need to alter slightly what we mean by this and give people courage. They need courage, not just peace and love and happen. Yeah, but they need courage right now because I think that there are folks who are giving in because the race to the end of the catastrophic events, whoever they are that's pushing the events, right? They want it to come on. They want to hurry up. Ooh, we're going to have a catastrophic event, a catastrophe. We're going to have yeah, okay, all right. Are you sure? Yeah, well, it's going to happen. We're going to, they're going to make it happen because they want it to happen, right? So, but hang on. So they want to race to the end. They want to get to the end of this apocalyptic thing. And quite frankly, I just want to stand here and go, sorry. I'm going to stand here and keep an eye on you, crazy motherfuckers, because you want this to happen like right away. And I'm like, if it comes, it can take its good old time. you know, why do you want it to happen all of a sudden and so soon? Don't that make you scratch your head? Hmm? So, ooh, we got to race to the end of the catastrophe. Hmm. Think about that. Just why are they pushing it so quick? Why has it got to be? How come it's got to be? Why? Just ain't it strange? So to stay out of that chaos, we just don't buy into it. We keep our damn eyes on it. Because these crazy MFers, want to make us crazy and crazy yeah, mofos. Yeah, I put 1 minute years ago. Why do people want some horrific things? Right. Well, and here, just in the last few weeks, it seems like there are folks and there are topics and stuff that's like pushing it to the end. When Israel bombed Hamas and Hamas bombed that, is all of a sudden now it's like, now Armageddon is coming. And I mean, it's like really here, and we want you to know it, and we should all be terrified. Oh, shut up. Come home and, turn on a movie and calm the down, right? So, but anyway, I just wanted to say I love you all and thank you for being who you are. And, let's try to keep our heads down and stay out of the mess. But at the same time, if we see one of our own getting wounded by this, let's try to help them out, and calm them down in the chaos. Because if nothing else, we can remind people, and what are lemmings, right? Oh, there's these little creatures, and they're they're mice, right? Lemmings, sort of. And so they run off the edge of the cliff and, yeah, well, I might be a lemming, but I'm not the first one over the cliff. I'm at the back of the pack going, where's everybody going? You know, hey, it's a bunch of lemmings and we're all racing that way. Yeah, but what's over there? A cliff? No shit. Yeah. Come on, all of us lemmings, we're supposed to do this. No shit, right? Who said so? Well, because it's in the lemming handbook. If you're a lemming, then you're going to race to the edge, right? Okay, I'm going, but I'm sorry, but I'm going to hang out here towards the back. The closer I get to that edge, folks are just falling off, like left and right, and like, where did everybody go? And I'm slowing down here to a slow walk. What's happening to everybody? Well, they're all went over the side. Dumbass. Well, wait a minute, hang on. Well, aren't you going over the side? No. Why not? Because I'm not a dumbass. That's why. Well, all of your brothers and sisters went over the edge, and I tried to warn them. I said, stay away from the edge. There's belching lava. Thought I'd forget how. So they're belching lava. So stay away from the edge, right? Oh, but the lemmings are just, yeah, they're hell bent for election, to dive right into the chaos, right? So, but then there are those of us, not all of the lemmings dove off the edge. There are a few left over, and I was one of them standing there going, no. All of those gung-ho mofos, they all went first. They were one of the first ones to take a nosedive. I stayed back here in the back going, is there anybody back here that's going to make me go over the edge? I don't think so. All them dumbasses went first. I made sure. I kind of ran behind him going, oh, there goes Junior. He's one of them dumbasses. He's one of them gung-ho, yeah, off the edge he went. If there could have been anybody left over who would have made me jump over the side, maybe him, but I let him go first. So no, I'm going to, that means there's a lot of lemonade left over. And I'm going to get me an easy chair and I'm going to get me a glass of lemonade. And I'm going to sit here and look out over the ocean, look over the view of where all them other dumbass lemmings jumped. So, yeah, chaos loves company. Misery enjoys company. Yep. So, but in this, in this lemming scenario, no, just because I'm a lemming doesn't mean I got to go over the edge. Same, are you a lemming? Yeah. Do you see the edge over there? Yeah. Do you want to go over the edge? Not without a parachute or at least a hang glider. Okay. Hang glider? All right. I can see a bunch of lemmings jumping off, the ones that have sense, with their hang gliders going, yay, this is fun. And all the other dumbass lemmings going, yeah, and falling to their death on the rocks below. So, are there smart lemmings or are there dumbass lemmings? Yeah. So, and then there's somebody like me I'm sitting back about 100 feet from the edge. And I'm sitting in a chair with some lemonade going, I can't believe you dumbasses. No, hey, Hawkeye, Dave, aren't you going to go over to the edge? No, I'm afraid that somebody might push me. Nah, I'm going to stay back from the edge and y'all have at it, Well, but that makes you a coward. No, it doesn't. It makes me not a dumbass. Pay attention. It makes me not a dumbass. Seriously. Oh, wow. All your cousins and relatives went over the edge. I know, because they were dumbasses. Yeah, but weren't you going to help them or go with them? No. Why? Because I'm not a dumbass. So don't let folks try to convince you just because somebody else is a dumbass that you got to be a lemming too. Nah, you know. All right, here's the rest of my 20 and I got to go. The romps, it's good to see y'all. Which mood? So I hope that, maybe I could bring a little smile to you, with some of this craziness that's going on. I am also often a dumbass. Oh, don't get me wrong. I've done dumbass things, but there are obvious things. They want us to jump off a cliff. No, I'm not that much of a dumbass. I got a little bit going on. Yeah, thank you, Witch Moon, for coming out and hanging out this evening. And I promise, I really do. I really do want to do a card night. I know I've been talking about for a long time, but I had no idea I was going to get this damn sick. But it's still, they really want me to do a card night. So for a bunch of reasons. So I want to say I continue to pray, and I do mean it, that each and every day, that each and every one of you will continue to learn how to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the many blessings from the universe. And, when chaos is stared at you in the face, some of this stuff is just like, it's so stupid. You got to laugh. And you go, well, I don't know. That's really stupid. No, stay back from the belching lava. To me, was like the fact that it was like all over the news. Stay back from the belching lava. And I was just, why do you have to tell, you know, people from around the world to stay away from the belching lava? And I was like, isn't this like some kind of common sense thing that stay away from the belching lava? All right, have we lost all sense of responsibility for ourselves that we would know to stay away from the belching lava? So we need to stay away from the belching chaos. Joe, how you doing? I'm fixing to leave you. Always climbing back up after a deluge. Yeah, we had 4.5 inches of rain here, which we really needed. Everything looks good. You're hurting, Joe? Yeah, some of us are too. My prayers be upon you and peace be upon you, my brother Joe, and all y'all out there. But these folks that want to push this chaos on us, we do not have to accept it. And it don't have to be a big deal. Just sidestep the chaos that they're trying to throw at us. Oh, but you should believe this. No, I don't. Oh, but this is going on. Yeah, okay, so. Yeah, but if you don't you're a coward. I okay. I'm not going to stand out in the middle of a field to prove how much of a dumbass I am. Well, I'm going to stand up and show you how strong my shield is. No, I'm not going to be a dumbass. I'm going to be sitting down on the side with a lemonade and a sandwich, and they're going to be shooting at me. I'm going to go, whoa, that was close, you know. But no, I ain't standing up to, let them play target practice with me. No, and the fact that they have picked on me in this channel, and deleted 4 videos this last, few months is sort of like, what do I have to say that is pissing off the algorithm? Bob, we love you. And so after an hour and 49 minutes, I love you all. Be safe, please. And if you're feeling low, just maybe you just need to hunker down and and collect some energy. and then come back out swinging. So I promise to be back at another time. Um, May peace and health be with you all. And as always, I continue to pray that each and every day, that each and every one of you will continue to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the many blessings from the universe. And that in that learning how to do that, you continue to learn how to stay out of the the confusion. So until next time, all y'all, cheers. Now, how do I turn this thing on? Are you sure? Yep. I love you all. Be safe. Till next time. Continued prayers.